Good morning and a warm welcome to everyone. We had a great start of the morning. We had the most positive and energizing opening session this morning. It was really incentivizing and a great start of the conference and the day. I'll say a few words about Friends of Cancer Patients. Friends of Cancer Patients was founded in 1999 under the directives of Her Highness Sheikha Jawahir bint Muhammad Al Qasimi, wife of His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasimi, the ruler of Sharjah. It started with the belief and the knowledge that cancer is a reality, it's a fact of life, it's something that we all need to be aware of, we all need to be educated health-wise. The mission of Friends of Cancer Patients, of course, the vision is to be a leading civil society organization to promote health and help cancer patients. And we aim to increase cancer survival rate by promoting early detection. We worked hard for the past 20 years to get the message for the importance of early detection and screening and how that can really be vital in saving lives and, of course, saving costs of treatment. We started KESHF, which is an initiative for screening. We started KESHF in 2010, and it actually means detection or screening, and mainly to create awareness and promote screening methods. And we tried to reach out to every group of society and to actually tackle the most common cancers among women and children in our part of the world. For women, the most common is breast cancer. So we started with the Pink Caravan since 2011. The Pink Caravan, which actually is an initiative that was started in order to reach out to all women, young and all women of all ages throughout the UAE. So the idea of the caravan was to reach out to reach women, even in remote places in the UAE, to emphasize the importance of screening. Of course, breast self-examination for women aged 20 and above, and mammography and other tests for women 40 years and above. We also reached out to men because breast cancer, 1% of cases are diagnosed among men. So we tried to reach out to men as well as women and to present it in the most acceptable way and in an attractive way in order to attract women to have the screening and to learn more about ways of how they can look after their health and help their sisters, their daughters, their mothers. In KESHF also we have other awareness campaigns. We have the ANA campaign for childhood cancer, and we have the Shanab campaign for male cancers and the skin cancer campaign. Now, talking about the Pink Caravan, since 2011, the Pink Caravan has managed to screen 64,000 men and women across the UAE. We have had the caravan actually did 1,800 kilometers throughout the UAE, the 7 Emirates. 674 riders participated, and we had 800 plus volunteers. And from the 64,000 screenings that were done, there were 18,630 mammograms and about 3,000 ultrasounds. There were 53,000 women and 10,800, almost 11,000 men screened, which is a great number. And we are, every year we find that we are having more and more response, and people come forward. They want to be screened, they want to know more about it. And they want to know what signs to look for and so on. So really the Pink Caravan has been very rewarding and great achievement for breast cancer in the UAE and regionally. Now I would like to present Dr. Sausan Al-Madi, our director, who will be leading the panel discussion with our panelists.
This day is really amazing. We had an amazing opening that was speaking about how us as society and governments and private sector should actually empower women on a economic aspect and how that is possible. And I love the people and the success story of the pledge that was done back in 2017. But I was just talking with my esteemed colleagues before, and I said, if you want to empower women, you empower women as a whole. Women cannot be fragmented. There's, yes, the economic factor, which is very important because that builds the woman power to raise her family, to raise up herself as well to the next level. But also there is an element of the health empowerment, the element of health empowerment for women, which what we were speaking about. And it's quite a new concept because, as Her Excellency mentioned, during the last 11 years, during the last 20 years of Friends of Cancer Patient and the last 9 years of Pink Caravan, we have managed to screen over 65,000 women. That's a lot of women that we had to convince to come and do their screening and their examination and their mammogram. And I will ask Mrs. Jafari later on to share a story where she actually reminisced on the first days when Her Excellency established Friends of Cancer Patient with the directive of Her Highness Sheikh Jawahir, and how people really thought of cancer as a stigma. I will please, if you allow me, Mr. Jafar, I would love to have that story from you for a minute, just to show people where we were and where we are right now.
We started by doing small awareness campaigns, lectures, talks. We would always add something to attract ladies, something that would be pleasant, maybe a fashion show or a bazaar or something, in addition to the education. And we went throughout the UAE. We went to ladies' clubs. And I remember once meeting a young woman. This was a long time ago, maybe 15, 17 years ago. A young, beautiful young mother whose sister came to me and said, "Can you please convince her to see the doctor?" We had a clinic during that day. And she said she has something. She has a lump. And she scheduled 3 appointments, and she's been canceling each time. She's too afraid to go, and she's frightened. And I said, "But why?" And she said, "Would you speak to her?" And I said, "Of course." A beautiful young woman, mother of 3 children. I said, "My dear, may I know why?" I said, "Your sister has just shared this. May I know why you've been canceling?" She said, "I'm scared. If something is wrong, how do I face my husband? How do I face my in-laws? How do I face society?" And then I looked at her and I said, "Okay, I understand your fear, but," I said, "can I ask you something? What about you? What about your health? What about your life? Don't you want to live to see your children grow up?" I said, "If there is something wrong, the earlier you know about it, the better. And maybe there's nothing wrong. You're living in fear. Why?" And anyway, she was convinced. She did the screening. She did the mammography. She did everything. And, luckily it was benign. But imagine a young woman of 35 living with fear just because she would not take the step to be screened because she's worried about the social stigma. So this is, I mean, we've encountered many, many such stories. And, this is how we've learned that, okay, we go to all the, we will go to the remote places. How do we go? Then the idea of the Pink Caravan started, and the mobile clinic, which now goes throughout the UAE to offer the screening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jaffer, for this insightful story. I would like now to respectfully ask my fellow panelists to please join me on the panel. May I ask Dr. Mashal Nabuda. Dr. Mashal is a doctor, UAE doctor, and also she is one of the early volunteers for Pink Caravan, please. Also, I would like to welcome Maria. Maria is a breast cancer survivor hero. We don't say survivor anymore, we say hero. And of course, Paula Nasrallah. Paula does an amazing job with FOCP as a volunteer, and she also will tell us more about how, with her personal effort, she's developing the peer-to-peer support. And lastly, but not leastly, Lisa. She's a transformational mindset teacher, which is, for me, this is the first time I hear about it, but that's great. I used to call it life coach, but now she's going to educate it more. How does that look like? And I would respectfully ask my colleague Iman to just give me a cue before 10 minutes so we can open the floor for the Q&A because I know we're going to talk. Okay. So let me just join you now. So let me start with, Dr. Mashal. Now, I want to start with you because your experience as a UAE Emirati doctor, you came on board with us long time ago in Pink Caravan, and one of the mission of Pink Caravan was to basically target population and target community and women, respecting their cultural and their cultural background and social background as well. And because of you and because of women like you, doctors and nurses, we managed to really make an impact on the women UAE population in UAE. I would really like your input on that, and of course, vice versa. How did Pink Caravan as well, if helped you? Please.
So, assalamu alaikum, everybody. As Dr. Sausan informed you, I'm Dr. Mashal Al Nabuda. Before being a doctor, I'm a woman, I'm a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. So it has impact. It has a lot of impact on me personally, because I've seen family members have been sadly have been lost to their battle to breast cancer. And I was wondering, how can I, as a woman, support my fellow women, my sisters, my daughters when they grow up, my mother, my aunties, all of my relatives? How can I support them? How can I have a little bit of change in their mentality? We as women in UAE, we're in a conservative community. We were shy to approach and go for an examination for a breast cancer. It was, as Dr. Sausan said, it was like a taboo to use this word of breast in public. But how much does that affect our health? And if it affects our health, like the woman is the main pillar in every family. Without the woman, how can we support the growth of that family? Or who will take care of the children? Who will take care of the responsibilities that is around the woman? So first and foremost, we have to support this woman to take care of her health in the beginning, to be able to take care of the health of her family.
Sorry, guys, I only have one microphone for this workshop, so please excuse us with the back and forth. So that's a very important, you said a very important word here, which is fear. And I believe, and we're just discussing before the panel, I was just telling Paula, and I'll come back to you after Maria, I was just telling Paula that if a woman is fearful to go to do an examination, which is exactly the example that Her Excellency gave us, how would she be economically empowered? How would she actually embark on a new adventure to enhance her socioeconomic, status, or have a new job, or have a new business? It doesn't make sense. It does not make. You cannot divide a woman. You have to empower women in every aspect. And I'll go to you, Maria, because you have an interesting story. And by the way, myself and Her Excellency were in Bahrain just 2 days ago, and your video was a huge success. Everybody loved your story. Everybody loved the way you made it so human and tangible for everybody. You said it as it is. You said how it was, how you felt, and where you are now. And I would love for you to share the same with our audience today, please.
Good morning. I'm actually diagnosed in 2018 in Dubai Mall when I was walking in the mall for my lunch break. I totally don't know about this breast cancer awareness. It just so happened that I bumped in a pink booth, which a volunteer, and she's a doctor, asked me to be checked. She convinced me. I told her I'll be going to lunch break. And then after the lunch break, I again passed by. And she really convinced me. And again, I refused. I told her, I only have 10 minutes. I'll come back after my shift. But she said to me, I'll give you in 10 minutes. We'll check and we'll finish. You can come back at your work. When she checked, she found a lump. And she told me to go to a mammogram and ultrasound. The result showed that suspected malignant. And it was confirmed by biopsy, stage 2 breast cancer. I was really so much worried, full of fears. There was so much questions in my mind. At first, I am really so scared because I'm just a normal worker, or like working on a retail company. So I was thinking, how can I support myself for the treatment? And I was so worried. As a mother of 4, and my mom is old. I'm the one also supporting her. So I was so worried. I'm thinking, if I'm going to die, what will happen to them? But the moment the doctors told me, Pink Caravan will help you and support you to the treatment, from there, it really made me strong. Like, I told myself, this is it. I have to fight it and win it. I told God, this is it. Be with me all the way. Pink Caravan really gives me courage, determination, and especially, most important, hope. All the fears were gone. It's still there, but when, like, you don't need to worry about the treatment. Like, I just focus on how I will bear the pain, the discomforts of mastectomy, chemotherapy. Could you imagine that a simple woman just had a lunch break, and now being removed one chest or one breast? It's funny because I did not feel fear, or like the others, that I did not ask myself, what if I will have only one breast? No, for me, it's normal. Like, I've been proud of it. Every time that I will see the scar, I told myself, I am strong. And when chemotherapy is there, every time that I will feel the pain, the discomforts, I'm just focusing and telling myself, Maria, you have to do this. Not all the cancer patients had the chance to be supported and to be helped on treatment. This is really a huge, huge, huge blessing. So I always told myself that time, that I have to fight and win this battle. And I am very proud to tell you, on December 2018, I finished the last chemotherapy, and now I'm survivor. Through Pink Caravan, I made this. Pink Caravan empowered me to realize that I am stronger than cancer.
Thank you very much, Mary. And now you know why she was a big hit in the cancer conference in Bahrain, her video. Marie, you touched on a very important element, which you said, I don't feel alone, although you are, because you are the only breadwinner to your family. And I want to take now this topic to Paula. Paula, you have been amazing support for our patient, Friends of Cancer Patient. You have actually initiated what we now call peer-to-peer support, which is a more fancier term than than support group, because we don't like that terminology very much. I mean, in our culture, we like to call it peer-to-peer support. And I really want you to give me an insight to what made you do it and also how you're doing it right now. And we had an interesting discussion before with the story that I really want you to mention. Okay, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Paula Nasrallah. I'm a survivor of breast cancer also, and I lost a sister to breast cancer, so I know this very, very well. Actually, when I was diagnosed back in 2011, that's when FOCP came into my life, and it was through my kids' school. They go to the American School of Dubai, and it's very American trend that they do, they're involved with the American Cancer Society. And at that time, we said we're looking in the UAE for a cancer society to do fundraising for them, to have awareness. And we kept on looking, and then we came across Dr. Sausan. And at that time, I was diagnosed, and I was refusing to get help from anyone. I'm trying to be the whole strong person. And and Dr. Sausan just, and FOCP, they brought this new hope and concept into my life, that I'm so lucky that I was diagnosed in early stages. And I'm a lucky one, and I want to make a difference for other people. And I saw that the awareness here was not that great. So we started doing a lot of fundraising and awareness for FOCP, because I didn't just want to do it for breast, I wanted to do it for cancer. And from there, I started volunteering for Joy Cart with the kids, and also with the ladies, exactly, Color My World. And it touched upon my heart how much women want to be. I would remember myself when I would come back from a chemo session, that the only thing I wanted was a nice touch, or somebody sending me a message, or somebody's thinking about me. And I felt that if I do that to someone who is going through it, that they see me as someone who's gone through it, that I had no hair, I had no eyebrows, and they can sit with me and say, oh my God, now you have the hair, you have the eyebrow, how did you do it? Very personal things that they can talk to me, and not maybe to their doctor. Or moms, and I'll go into the story of a friend of mine. Now she's 5 years, actually. She moved to Lebanon. She's no longer here. And she was just here 3 days ago, actually. And we were sitting together reminiscing. And she said, do you remember the first time we met? I said, of course. We were at a lunch. A friend put us together. And she didn't want to talk to me. Her mom was there, and she was just sobbing. She was so scared. She had no idea if her daughter is going to survive. And my friend, her name is Amal, she didn't want to talk to me. She was just staring at me. And the only thing I did at that lunch was just to be next to her mom and hugging her and telling her it's going to be okay. Look at me. I made it. It's going to be fine. Your daughter was diagnosed in the beginning stages. And so Amal, she said to me, she said, at that moment, the only thing I was in awe was your hair, because I didn't believe that you had that scarf on, and I don't have hair, and look at your hair now. And 3 days later, when she went to her first chemo session, she called me sobbing, and she's like, I can't do this. I need help. And literally, that's what I'm doing now. It's word of mouth, it's friends, it's ladies who get diagnosed. I mean, a big part is FOCP, our school community, through other friends. Actually, there's one who's sitting right here that I met recently, lovely Rima, and she's also like Maria. And we came across the same way through our personal trainers, actually. And we got in touch, and we've been now very close, and I hope I was able also to help her out. So basically, I truly believe nowadays with cancer patients, I feel maybe I touch their life, maybe 1% or 10%, I don't know how much, but I feel I make a difference and I'm giving back because I feel so lucky to be here.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for sharing this story. Now, you did mention now two things we got to so far. So we said that fear is not a good concept. We said fear actually inhibits our growth, and all about empowerment is all about growth. So we need to break that fear. The other thing that you touched upon is hope. And so far, we understood that solidarity is hope as well. And having a good, I like what you said, Marie. We're never alone because we always have God with us, whatever God is for you. So, but hope is about solidarity. It's about that, having that compassionate touch and compassionate friend that can give us that maybe only a good listening ear. And this is where I want to ask Lisa, because you are the transformational mindset teacher. It's quite interesting. The WHO, and I want to share that with everybody. The WHO actually defines health. When we say what is health, you say, yeah, I'm healthy because I don't have any disease. I don't have diabetes. I'm healthy. But health is not that. Health is actually you being well from a social, physical, spiritual aspect. And to be honest, by that definition, nobody's healthy. So it's not just the absence of disease, but it have to be that I have to be whole from a body, mind, and soul. So maybe you can give us some light on that?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Very good. First of all, Your Excellency, thank you for having me, and Dr. Sassan. Very simple, serendipitous moment for me, and you're also beautiful. Looking at all of you. Very serendipitous because 2010, I started the Dubai Women's Run. I don't know if any of you have run in it. I am the founder. And I want to thank you because the mobile van came twice to the event because I felt a need to help our women also take care of their body, not just running and starting to exercise, but also make sure they're okay internally. And what I want to add to that, I'll tell you a little bit about me in a moment, because this is not all I do or what led me to this journey now to help everyone else. I felt that for me, my journey is to help to support women and empower women. I am from a family of 9 doctors, so of course my parents expected me to be a doctor. That was instilled in me. And when I got to the university, I actually got into Brooklyn College, Sophie Davis School of Biomedical Education. And there are extracurricular activities or programs that you must take in order for you to get to the next level, in medical school. So I came home after I realized, oh my God, I prefer psychology. So I wound up taking psychology, and then I went on to Cornell and got my degree. But then life took me on another journey. My parents are from the Caribbean. I have a New York mouth, obviously, so I'm quite loud, so I'm trying to hold this away so it's not too loud in your ears. But my journey was to take my legacy to my island. I'm from an island that's only 37 square miles, We're half French and half Dutch. And I felt that, where do I start? What do I do? So besides psychology, my parents always said to me, have more than one thing to fall back on. So I went on to Cornell, got my degree in hotel and restaurant management, wind up running a hotel for 17 years. But as my journey went on, I wound up becoming the president of tourism, the president of the Hotel Association, president of Chamber of Commerce. You name it, I did it. I had 29 positions in that 20 years. I realized at one point, I got a call from our prime minister, and he said, I need to see you. So I thought to myself, okay, he's calling me because it's about tourism. At the time, I happened to be president of tourism. And he said to me, no, you have to be the one. I said, the one for what? You need to open the shelter. I went on, because of all of the things that I had done in my community, I went on to open a shelter for women of domestic violence. Yes, and it was called the Safe Haven. I am a twin. My twin designed the logo for me, not a girl, a boy. Very handsome, I might add. But I went on to design the logo, and it's now open 20 years, and I'm very grateful. So I looked up in 2008, and I said to myself, okay, your journey here on this 37 square miles is done. I wound up opening 2 restaurants. I had got married for a very short time. And I said, where do you go? What do you do? And I looked up, and I said, show me where to go. Show me what I need to do. And this is part of what Dr. Salson just said is, whatever your God, Allah, Buddha, whoever it is, the universe always has your back. And don't fear. And I put no fear into it. And people thought I was crazy. Said, you're going where? And I said, I don't know yet, but I know I'll receive messages. And I received 3 messages in 3 different ways that said Dubai. I knew nothing about Dubai. And how I got here and how I got to the Dubai Women's Run, I don't want to go on and on about it, but it was amazing when you release, let go, have gratitude, appreciate. And I know my purpose and everything that I'm doing now, because there's a lot still going on, is to serve, and it's to help other women. So the Dubai Women's Run was an idea that became my inspiration, and we're now in our 9th year. And this is to help all of you be active, be healthy, feel good about yourself, not just exercise. So what I do, now it's about what I do. What I have, part of my journey in psychology, which I've come back to that, is switching your mindset, meaning you have conscious and subconscious. We always think on a conscious level. That means when I get up, what's the first thing you do in the morning? You pick up the phone. Stop. Take 5 minutes for yourself, meditate. I have a mantra that I say every morning, and I say, show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say, and to who, and give me a miracle today. You're my miracle, because if I can just resonate with 3 or 4 of you in this room, I'm there for you. I truly am. And what these Paula and Maria and Doctor said, don't fear, because there's nothing to fear but fear itself. If you go through your life feeling appreciative and grateful, you bring more of that energy to you. And Maria's journey and Paula's journey, it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing, because they're helping to inspire someone else. And it didn't happen to them because maybe they have to be the one to carry the message to the next person. I myself had a lump very, very young, but it was, thank God, it was benign. But I will give you one story about myself, and then I'll finish here, and then we can ask questions. When I got divorced, I was a very public figure on my small island. And I held anger. I was married very short time, but my husband at the time said to me, he's from Argentina, my second language is Spanish. He said to me, okay, I got married. I was a public figure. I didn't date. I would do something like this. If someone said to me, would you like to go to lunch or dinner? I said, okay, nice guy, I'll go. And then they'd sit there and say, oh my God, I had a radio program for 17 years actually also. Oh my God, I see you in the newspaper every day. I look at you every day. So I had a code with my best friend. If I send 911 to you, that means get me out of here. So she'd call and I go, yeah, I'm sorry, there's a flood in the hotel, I need to go. And because I just felt, what is this Notting Hill? I'm just a girl who wants a boy to love her back. I didn't have that. So when I met my husband, I said, 2 meters tall, he'll be good. And he was very handsome, very charming, liked to kiss the lady's hand. And I love that because I like a man that's graceful, kind, whatever, the whole bit. Anyway, I had such anger about the divorce Not because I didn't want a divorce, because he said, let it be private because I know you're public. And in the end, someone convinced him to take it to court. And in the Dutch law, stupid me, I signed him on. We have a marriage book, just like the Arabic, where you get a book. He took half of everything that I owned. And he was with me such a short time. I'm telling you this because I want you to know. So what I did is I held the anger. And what happened? I wind up growing a tumor because that energy stuck in me the size of a 7-month fetus. And I walked around with that for almost 2 years until my mother, the doctor, said, your waist is always tiny. What's going on there? And she felt it was very hard. So I had to go to New York. I had surgery, and they cut from here to here, cut me open. And why I'm telling you this story, I'm fine now, is don't hold anger. Don't hold regret. Don't hold anything that's bad. Forgive and let go. Life is supposed to be enjoyed. Life is supposed to be happy. You can find the happiness, and that's why I say try to meditate every day. Say your mantra every day. Find that happiness inside of you because we are made of love. We are all here for love. Don't hate. Don't talk bad about anyone because what you put out mirrors back to you. Even if you say in the morning, I'm going to have a bad day. Well, you just declared it. Please. If I can resonate with anyone, I do this for workshops and for people. I'm open to do this for your jobs, your companies. I just got a testimony from someone that just got divorced. She's now found someone new. She started her own business. Go with love. If you're arguing with somebody or you can't forgive somebody or you, I hate to say the word hate somebody, let it go, forgive, and move on because this blocks your energy inside of you. Okay, these beautiful ladies are here to share the message, and I hope I shared my message with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. So the takeaway message is now we have to release and let go and change our mindset. And definitely, I see great, amazing women who change their mindset. And because they change their mindset, they manage to help also other people and other women and create that empowerment circle and ripple effect, if I would like to call it. So I'm cute now. Iman is telling me thank you very much to open the floor for questions. So if we can have anybody, any questions?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for sharing your success story. I am a faculty member from the higher college. I'm a nurse, so I chose this workshop and I was happy, and I'm still happy to hear and listen for you. You mentioned very inspiring messages. I love the let go. I'm a psychiatric nurse. So your talks just touches my heart. So thanks for sharing. I love what Doctor said about women and culture, the stigma you guys just mentioned. That's my journey through all my dissertation, and I'm still working on stigma. And I just want to add one thing. If we want to empower women, I think we add not only the women in your Pink Caravan, the doctor what she mentioned. I think we need to move higher to the community to do like, and I'm sure you have it in your calendar, to empower the public, the whole public, so we won't be embarrassed to talk about breast. Once my husband encouraged me, once my father encouraged me, I think we will all walk strong and feel strong to go and attend a workshop. I won't be like, oh, I want to go somewhere and I'm hiding that I'm going to the Pink Caravan because I'm feeling stigmatized, or my husband would say no. Who's going to examine you? Who's going to see you? Stigma play a big part of this, and if we want to fight stigma, we have to start from the public, start from the family, start from, I mean, if we start from the public, then we will all walk strong, and that's my message. Thank you.
Before I take one more question, I mean, thank you very much. Very valid point. I just want to make an announcement for all the ladies here and gentlemen. Sorry. We actually have Pink Caravan here in the venue. So Pink Caravan, the van, the mobile medical clinic, it's outside the entrance. So please, it's a free access screening to any lady who wants. Tell your friend who didn't attend it if she's in the other workshop or having coffee, grab her and go. I think we should have in the passport a stamp for us as well. Maybe you can maybe speak to them, Iman. Before I go to the next question, Dr. Nora, I want to hear from you because I know that you also played an important role in what we do as Pink Caravan, and you and Dr. Masha'il, you empowered from a doctor perspective. Lots of UAE women, also young. I want to hear from you as well, please.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Nora Swedi. I'm plastic surgeon in Ministry of Health, and I'm with the Pink Caravan since 2015, where I remember I joined for 2 days and then I disappeared. Then after 1 year, I came back. Then since 2015, I'm with them till now. I remember first when we went to like go to the far areas, to the global, the village areas, we faced so much problem to convince the female to come and get checkup. It's like the culture, as Dr. Masha'al explained. And now, when we go through the Pink Caravan to the same place when we were at 2015, we see the father, the husband, the brother, they are the one who's bringing the ladies. So I really so much proud of the Pink Caravan. It's not only changed in me, the patients, they're like, it's not an advertising. They're the first row who, she said that she went in the lunch break, and she has diagnosed as a positive, and then she got treated now, and she's representing the Pink Caravan. So for us, where the Pink Caravan was, and today it's a big change. It's not only me. Now me and Dr. Masha'al, we are very active on social media. The first question they ask us, Doctora, where you will be, the next Pink Caravan, where it is. We want to come and get checkup. So waiting list is so much. The number is high compared to 2015, 2014. So first of all, I'm really thankful to all the ladies here, all the visitors, and all the heroes, or the heroes we usually say. Then really, I don't have word to say, but I'm really proud being part of Pink Caravan, and it's not only changed in me as a Emirati local doctor, but it changed in my house, my patients, my surroundings, my friends. They always ask, for me, I'm not Dr. Nora, Pink Caravan. They know me through Pink Caravan. Really, to be honest, whenever they want to ask, even when they come to follow me in the clinic, they ask the doctor we saw in Pink Caravan. We don't know her name, but we know the doctor we saw in Pink Caravan. So I'm really proud of being part of the Pink Caravan, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gano. That's so sweet, actually.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sophie Smith. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called Nabta Health. We're a hybrid healthcare company for women, actually headquartered in the Sharjah Research Technology and Innovation Park. We empower women to manage their health using personalized care pathways powered by machine learning. But what that actually means is we look at specific issues such as polycystic ovary syndrome, endometriosis, and we work out how we can improve the diagnosis and treatment of them using technology. Since we launched in March 2017, we've reached over 11 million women across the Middle East and North Africa through our awareness campaigns. We're a bilingual platform. Actually, the reason we were originally founded is because we felt like there was a real dearth of information, scientifically based, clinically evidenced information for women in Arabic. So all of our social media is in Arabic, etc. I have a question for the panel, which is, what do you believe, outside of cancers, are the most pressing issues for the empowerment of women in healthcare today here in the UAE?
And you are lucky because you have the perspective of a life coach. I'm sorry, I keep on saying life coach. A survivor, a person who actually does lots of empowerment, and a doctor. So I'll hear from you guys. Maybe
Doctor? Let's start with the doctor. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So first, to empower let's just not stigmatize people by patient or not. We are all human beings. So the first step in empowering the human being is to have their choice whether to take the examination, to take their part in deciding or sharing their decision about their health. Like, I don't go to the human being and say, "This is your treatment. You take it." No, I have to empower them, listen from them. Does this treatment go with your lifestyle? Does this treatment plan go with what you believe in as a human? It is your health. So, what do you want to go? I mean, where do you want to go from here? This is what we can find. But what do you want to do? And what is your, these are your options. Tell me, what do you believe in? How do you believe I can help you? So the first question is, how can I help you? But not how can I enforce my ideas against you?
For me, I can say since Pink Caravan is already providing mobile clinics and education about the breast cancer awareness or cancer awareness, we can help empower women through like giving them more like visual aids or like education through social media, TVs, radios about cancer awareness and about Pink Caravan's advocacy, because I can say that if more people will understand what is Pink Caravan doing, there will be more people to be like out or ready to be checked. And likewise, there are people who who will be like ready to support Pink Caravan in other cause. Like if we could get more supporters, Pink Caravan could help more women to survive.
From my part, I think what I do mainly is the peer-to-peer is the hand holding, the removing the fear to really tell them that I've been there and you can kind of lean on me. You can ask me any questions. I can be your support in anything, whether it's for you or your family. I had that actually recently with a mom and her daughter, and the mom couldn't tell her daughter what was going on, and she kind of put me in touch with her daughter. And I sat with the daughter and we talked, and she asked me all the questions that she was so afraid to ask her mom. And so I think it's really just the one-on-one being there and just really telling them, I'm there for you and I've been through it, and you can. Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, the other part is to tell people that, you, your life will be saved if you do get your test. Don't be afraid. I'm there to, I can go with you if you're afraid. We'll do the test. We'll do the mammogram. We'll do any of that. So that's mainly.
What do you think? Thank you.
Yes, really quickly. Two things. We're speaking about empowering, but I say to all of you, because I want to assume you're all healthcare professionals, you can, okay, or ladies that empower other women, you cannot empower and fill someone else's cup unless you fill your own. So I start first by saying, make sure you're rested, make sure you exercise, your body is your temple, make sure you eat right. Make sure you put out the gratitude and the appreciation and the love. And with that, your journey comes and you can help empower other women. For me, that's the first. Help yourselves first. Fill your cup. We have a Caribbean thing. Oh, she's full of herself. I say, yes, I am. Thank you. Because then I can't help anyone else. So all of you are beautiful, amazing women that are empowering everyone else. Fill you first, and then you can help fill others.
Okay, I would love to take one. I just want to reply to you. Just the last thing. You mentioned what is the main pressing issue in healthcare? I would say access. That's why Pink Caravan was so successful, because it provided access, and it challenged it broke the challenge that women had. Women had geographical barrier, cultural barrier, financial barrier, and we tried to remove that, like what you did. I mean, you're empowering women by providing access to information. You Arabitize the information through, if I heard right, because I was struggling, I didn't have the earpiece thing. So you provided access through providing solid, reliable information in a language that women can understand, in a way that women can comprehend as well, because not everybody even can understand the difficult Arabic or the original Arabic. So access is very important, whatever access that mean, and whatever barrier you need to break that access for. One last question, and I think we are having 2 minutes.
So my question is to Dr. Sousan. As Pink Caravan had been here for around 10 years, something like that, and this is a global summit. So, are you considering any initiative to go globally outside of the UAE? Yeah. So this is my question for you.
Yes, actually, Her Excellency, our President, Mr. Jafar, knows that we have been asked to do global initiative for Pink Caravan since 6 years ago. Since 6 years, people started, because we take Pink Caravan globally, and we speak about the experience, and we speak about it as a best practice in the United Arab Emirates. Of course, that's not a testimony from us, but testimony from other people, especially the health authorities in UAE. So we actually go and we present and we talk about Pink Caravan as a best practice, because people outside, in many conferences ask us to do that. But we have been asked since 6 years to actually take it outside. Now, we're not against it. We want to do it, but we want to do it when the time is right for us. We started Pink Caravan with three main objective. We wanted to create an aware community. We wanted to fundraise enough to buy our own medical van, which alhamdulillah we have done. And we wanted to create the cancer registry, which we have done successfully with the Ministry of Health. We have ticked our 3 objectives. Awareness will always still there. مثل ما الدكتورة قالت, awareness will always be there. We cannot drop the awareness. But when the time has come, we want to make sure that whatever we present on the global sense as UAE, it should be a real representation of UAE, because in UAE we always want to be number 1.
I will add one perspective to what Dr. Sousan has just said. We are members in the Gulf Federation for Cancer Control. FOCP is also a member of the UICC, the Union International for Cancer Control, and with the NCD Alliance. We are members of international organizations as well as regional. And we just came from the board meeting. We are on the board of the Gulf Federation for Cancer Control. We were asked to share the experience of the Pink Caravan with the Bahrain Cancer Society, with the Saudi Cancer Society, with the Kuwaiti Cancer Society. We actually shared it with them, of course, with all the members, even with Oman, with Yemen. We shared the experience with them, and they all wanted to try and duplicate, or to try and do something similar, because of the experience we've had here. So yes, we are keen on spreading the Pink Caravan and on sharing it with others, and hopefully having it global.
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, everybody who stayed with us and attended our workshop. Please join me in thanking all our esteemed panelists. Thank you. Please remember, fear is not good. Know, if you know, you thrive. Hope is in solidarity. Release, let go, mindset, and forgive. And most importantly, love yourself and love. Thank you.